Good morning. Welcome. My name is Blake Hawthorne. I am the clerk of the Supreme Court of Texas. Welcome to the induction ceremony for new members of the State Bar of Texas. Before we begin, I have just a few housekeeping matters to go over with you. In order to be enrolled as a member of the State Bar, you must complete the online registration process. Once you've registered, the award group will send you an email with instructions on how to claim your wall certificate and, if you so choose, how to order a frame for your certificate. The State Bar will mail your bar card to you separately. If you have not yet registered, please go to the State Bar's website and register. Also, by order of the Supreme Court of Texas, you must complete the Justice James A. Baker Guide to the Basics of Law Practice, which is administered by the Texas Center for Legal Ethics. You can register and take the course online if you have not already done so. Now, if you will turn to the back of your program, you will see the oath you will take today. The oath in your program is yours to keep. By statute, it must be affixed to your license. I recommend that you frame your license and affix the oath to the back of the frame. That way, when I come to inspect to make sure that you took the oath, I will see it. That concludes our housekeeping matters, and the courts will be out shortly. All rise. Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas. All persons having business before the Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas, are admonished to draw near and give their attention, for the courts are now sitting. God save the state of Texas and these honorable courts.
Please be seated. I'm Nathan Heck, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Texas.
And I'm Sharon Keller, Presiding Judge of the Court of Criminal Appeals. The Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals welcome you. Our two courts convene in this special joint session to celebrate the 2,134 women and men who have passed the July bar examination.
All of us honor these men and women, lawyers at last. This ceremony is a time for rejoicing with them, their wives, husbands, parents, children, and creditors. The ceremony will be short, but I trust meaningful. We will hear from the President of the State Bar of Texas, the President of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, and to give the response for your class, the person who scored the highest on the bar exam.
Before we hear from them, we want to acknowledge the representatives of the Texas law schools that have joined us today. All of the Texas law schools are represented here by their deans or their representatives. They honor us and you with their presence. Would you all please stand and be recognized? Please give them a round of applause.
This ceremony would not be possible without the hard work and dedication of our staff, the State Bar of Texas, and the Board of Law Examiners. We thank all of you for making this ceremony a success. Would you all please stand and be recognized? Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. And now I call on Justice Brett Busby from our court to present the Texas Access to Justice Law Student Pro Bono Award and the Law School Commitment to Service Award. Justice Busby.
Thank you, Chief, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brett Busby of the Supreme Court of Texas, and I have the honor of serving as the court's liaison to the Texas Access to Justice Commission. I'm here this morning to present the Commission's Law Student Pro Bono Awards and the Law School Commitment to Service Award. I want to begin by congratulating all of you on being here today. You've had a long journey to get to this point. I'm pleased to help celebrate your accomplishment and to see you take the oath as new Texas attorneys. The path before you is certainly an exciting one. That path also comes with serious obligations. You're about to swear an oath to uphold some of those obligations. Once you do, you'll join a bar of lawyers who are committed to helping clients solve their legal problems. But you'll also encounter many clients in your communities who will be unable to afford your services. Their lack of resources will effectively cut them off from the justice system. This gap in our system is growing, even as we swear in more and more lawyers each year. The skills and knowledge that you've acquired over the last 3 years, coupled with your newly minted law license, can be used to transform the lives of so many vulnerable Texans who face significant legal problems. You, each of you, can help close the justice gap by taking on pro bono cases. Doing so will allow you to be able to help someone in need at a time when they're most vulnerable, while also gaining experience and confidence in your legal skills. I firmly believe that your pro bono work will be meaningful and memorable in ways you can't even currently imagine. Taking on a pro bono case will very likely make you remember why you wanted to become a lawyer in the first place, to help others. Now it's time to recognize 2 Texas law students who have already answered this call. Our first recipient of the Law Student Pro Bono Award became compassionate about working with marginalized populations in a very personal way by helping her severely autistic brother navigate his way through life and seeing firsthand his struggles with the many constraints he faced. In law school, she learned about the long-term effects of housing insecurity and has dedicated most of her pro bono efforts to combating it. She's currently a 3L and has already completed 312 hours of pro bono work with Legal Aid of Northwest Texas. In addition to furthering her education and providing the equivalent of 39 full workdays of pro bono work, she's become a leader among her classmates. She's currently president of the Employment and Labor Law Student Association and secretary of the Women of Color Collective. She previously served as secretary of the Asian Pacific American Law Student Association. For her extraordinary efforts and their positive impact on her community, our first recipient of the 2023 Law Student Pro Bono Award is Texas A&M University School of Law's Shayla Nguyen. Shayla, please come forward. Our next recipient is also a 3L. He came to the UT School of Law having worked as a legal advocate at a well-established organization serving the community here in Austin. The bulk of his pro bono commitment in his 1L year was with the Midhoff program's Title IX pro bono project. He served as an advisor to 2 different students in Title IX complaints involving allegations of sexual assault, interpersonal violence, and stalking. In his 2L year, he was elected to a leadership role in that project, and he developed resource materials, led training sessions, coordinated attorney supervision, and supported the 1L student advisor teams. The project tripled its capacity, and at one point he was overseeing 22 student advisors. To no one's surprise, he's helping lead the project again this year. His work exemplifies the spirit of pro bono service, a helping hand when someone is at their most vulnerable, and it's for this that we recognize Justin Atkinson today. Justin, please come forward. Thank you again, Shayla and Justin, for your impressive efforts before your legal careers have even formally begun. I'm excited to see the impact that your dedication and generosity will make in the future. All of our Texas law schools are doing an admirable job producing students like Shayla and Justin. Today, the Commission's Law School Commitment to Service Award recognizes a school that has made pro bono service a foundational part of its curriculum. The leadership at this school knows that law students who learn a habit of performing pro bono work develop into lawyers who make a habit of performing pro bono work. During orientation and in the weeks that follow, students are encouraged to take advantage of the pro bono programs and clinics hosted by the school. Their clinical program began in the early 70s and has since ballooned to an impressive 17 clinics. These are demanding courses requiring significant time and energy from their participants. Participation in the clinics is voluntary but highly encouraged, and approximately 70% of the class of 2023 completed at least one clinical course. Their pro bono program is made up of a collection of in-house projects developed through consultation with legal aid organizations to identify needs in the community. These projects provide students with relevant, impactful experience handling issues that they will likely face in practice. For the 2022-23 academic year, students reported over 11,000 hours of pro bono work through this program. Upper-level students help guide the efforts of the lower-level students, developing essential leadership qualities in the process. In addition, the school has many student-led organizations and 4 faculty-led centers actively engaged in research, hosting events, and career path programming. Every week, they offer numerous service-oriented events. The faculty is invested in educating their students about access to justice issues, and as a result, students become more committed to addressing those issues. Given the breadth of these programs, I doubt it comes as any surprise that the winner of this year's Law School Commitment to Service Award is the University of Texas School of Law. Accepting the award on behalf of UT Law is Associate Dean Susan Morse. Dean, please come forward. Texans have a well-earned reputation for helping a neighbor in need, and I'd like to once again thank our winners for their dedication to helping their fellow Texans while excelling in their educational endeavors. Congratulations to all of you taking the oath today. I hope you carry this spirit of service with you as you follow your path out the doors of this hall and into your legal careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Justice Busby, and thanks to the awardees, your contributions and the inspiration you are to the legal profession. In Texas, all lawyers are members of the State Bar. I now call on Cindy Tisdale, President of the State Bar of Texas, to welcome each of you into the legal profession. President Tisdale.
Thank you. May it please the courts, Chief Justice Heck, Presiding Judge Keller. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I love to see this crowd. It is my honor to welcome you today on behalf of the State Bar of Texas. I am the 143rd President of the State Bar of Texas and the 9th woman President of the State Bar of Texas, and I'm very proud of that fact. It is my great honor to be able to address you today on this wonderful, momentous occasion. Today, I'm not only addressing you, though, as the State Bar of Texas President, I'm also just a mom today. So a point of personal privilege, Chief Justice and Presiding Judge, my son is also taking the oath today. So all of you parents out there, I know the stress you've been under and everything else, and so I want to give the parents a round of applause today. So now that you've studied thousands of hours, you've answered hundreds of questions, you've drank hundreds of cups of coffee, You've graduated from law school and you've passed the Texas bar exam. You're now ready to begin your professional career. By taking the oath today, you become one of a little more than 113,000 Texas lawyers and active members of the State Bar of Texas. You join a group of, I tell you what, elite lawyers and the best lawyers who are not united in our allegiance to the rule of law, our loyalty to the Constitution, and our commitment to represent our clients to the best of our abilities. Moreover, and most important, you have the honor of practicing in a self-governing bar. This profession in the state bar, in the state of Texas gives you an independent grievance system, meaning we get to discipline ourselves. Moreover, we get to vote on our own rules. So as new lawyers, you get to vote. There's a referendum coming up at the beginning of next year, and you have a right to vote in that referendum. And as being a member of the State Bar of Texas, you have to and need to take that step and make sure you vote, and we keep our self-regulation. It is the State Bar's mission that we're driven to improve the quality of legal services in Texas, assure all Texans equal access to justice, and educate the public about the rule of law. Now, if you are a first-generation lawyer, the first of your kind in your family, can you please just kind of wave your hand if you're the first lawyer in your family? Congratulations to all of you. Yes. What an accomplishment. I raised my hand too. I was the first kind, but I've been practicing for almost 30 years, so we won't go there. But when I start talking to new lawyers or those about to graduate from law school, and you're starting on your path, one thing I want to point out that's kind of one of the most important things. You might be the first in your family, but you're not alone. Look around you. Look at all of these new lawyers. Look at me. I'm available. The State Bar is available. But it's very important for you in this journey to identify a mentor, someone you can go to and you can ask questions. If you don't know of someone, contact me. We can get something together and we can find you a mentor. And I bet you money that we can find I shouldn't say older lawyer, a more seasoned lawyer that you can mentor up on all of the technology, right? And so maybe we can pair you with someone that can benefit from you also. But you are an inspiration. Every single one of you, you have dedicated yourselves, dedicated your lives to this profession, and also now you're going to start dedicating yourself to those whom you can help. I also want to encourage you, as Justice Busby spoke about, to practice and participate in pro bono activities. Assisting the underrepresented members of our community is not just doing good or something that feels good. It's part of making a difference in people's lives. You're not just entering a job force, you're entering a profession, and there's something very valuable to that. You are the promising young leaders of this profession, and the State Bar wants to help prepare you to be that leader in your field, and ultimately, of course, the State Bar of Texas. I spoke earlier about the mission of the State Bar of Texas, and in total, I kind of want to give you the brief bullet points of the mission of the State Bar. It's to support the administration of the legal system, assure all citizens equal access to justice, foster high standards of ethical conduct for lawyers, enable its members to better serve their clients and the public, educate the public about the rule of law, and promote diversity in the administration of justice and the practice of law. At every State Bar Board of Directors meeting, we recite the mission statement of the State Bar of Texas to remind ourselves why we're here and what we're doing. The State Bar leadership and staff are always working to generate programs that will support lawyers in their lives and practices and improve the quality of legal services in our state. To help in your career and your life, the Bar offers a number of benefits. And if you go to texasbar.com, I would be here at 5 o'clock today if I had to mention everything the State Bar provided. I will not do that, and you're welcome. But I want to go through a few things that you can start right off the bat using. First of all, we provide free legal research. Free. We have Fast Case. You can go online and you can research. It's like Westlaw, but it's free. and you can research anything you need. If you find a case that's something you want to see a brief on that, we've got you covered. You can see that through our brief system. Also, we have a docket alarm feature. You can go online. I practice family law. You go online, you check the boxes of what area you're interested in, and you get emails with every case that's come out from the Court of Appeals, Supreme Court, or Court of Criminal Appeals on that area of law within a couple of days, so you can stay up to date. We also have a career center where you can post your resume and search for open positions. We have a free ethics hotline. If you have a question about, am I conflicted out of this case, call the 1-800 number. You leave a message within 24 hours. We call you back and walk you through that. We also have new business leads through the Lawyer Referral and Information Service that pairs you with clients wanting a lawyer for a certain aspect of their legal problems. We also have online law practice management tools. If you're starting your own practice and hanging out your own shingle, we got you covered on that one too. And there's, like I said, numerous other useful websites or information on our website. Please go and look. You can also join a state bar section. If you are interested in a certain area of the law, look and see if there's a section, and I encourage you to join. It can be anywhere from $25, I think, to $100 is the most per year, and you get newsletters, you get information about that area of law. So go online and look at those sections also. I love what I do. I love what I do every morning. I get up, I love to go to work, I love to help my clients. But I also know this is a very stressful job. We suffer vicarious trauma a lot. We take on our clients' problems sometimes. I don't care what area of law you're going into. So I also want to let you know about something called the Texas Lawyers Assistance Program. We call it TLAP. And it's a program if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are having issues with mental health or with substance abuse issues, please do not hesitate. It is free and it is, most importantly, confidential. You're not going to lose your law license if you call TLAP because we do not know that you're calling TLAP. I never want someone to be scared about losing their law license and they're not getting help. Make sure you call. Most importantly, we have a fund set up if you can't afford that help. We have a fund set up to be able to cover some cost for you if you do need that help. It's open to lawyers, judges, and law students. So look for the Texas Lawyers Assistance Program if you find yourself a little bit in over your head and you need some of that help. If there is one thing I want you to take away from today, it's that help is available, not just in TLAP, but from the State Bar staff, the State Bar itself. And you can learn so much from the website, texasbar.com. Can I say that again? texasbar.com. Or from tlaphelps.org. I am extremely excited and privileged to be able to welcome you to this greatest profession, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Tisdale. It takes time and hard work to earn your law license and time and hard work to become president of the State Bar of Texas. And Cindy's and her son's professional paths converged today. He's in the audience to take the oath and to listen to his mother give a speech. So we thank President Tisdale. Thanks to the State Bar for helping to instill high standards of professionalism in Texas lawyers. Texas has an extraordinarily active, nationally acclaimed association of young lawyers. And here to welcome you as new attorneys is Laura Pratt, president of the Texas Young Lawyers Association. President Pratt.
A lot shorter than Cindy. Mr. Chief Justice, Madam Presiding Judge, and may it please the courts. My name is Laura Pratt. I'm an of-counsel litigator at the law firm of Sprouse Schrader Smith in Amarillo, Texas. I'm also a product of the recent surge in remote lawyering because I actually live and work in Lubbock, Texas. Although, admittedly, this year has me doing some of my best lawyering in hotels and airports all around the state. Let me begin with the most important thing. Congratulations. Yay! As president of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, I am so honored to be part of this ceremony today and this incredible celebration of your success. I'd like to share a quote with you. Stand up and be counted for what you're about to receive. We are the dealers, we'll give you everything you need. For those about to rock, we salute you. Anyone recognize it? Yeah, well, okay. Admittedly, it predates most of you, and me for that matter. For those about to rock, We Salute You is a song by the Australian hard rock band AC/DC, released in 1981. The song titles originally had some poetic inspiration from a story by a British poet discussing a historical salute given by gladiators in the Colosseum. The ancient salute to Caesar was a statement of defeat and an impending death, but AC/DC turned it into a verifiable classic rock anthem. For those about to rock is not a song of defeat, but rather a call to greatness. One December, a few, maybe several years ago, I was honored by my law school classmates to give remarks at our December graduation ceremony. I graduated early, so our ceremony was a much smaller affair. With the reduced crowd, I made special effort to include my classmates in my speech, allowing each of them to kind of finish the line for those who, and express their gratitude to all the special guests in attendance. One inspired classmate boldly submitted the AC/DC line, and because my father was a huge classic rock fan, I loved it. What was meant more of a joke became the closing to my speech and my heartfelt salute to my classmates and fellow future lawyers, one that I echo today to our newest lawyers. And just like the song says, while the State Bar of Texas and TYLA can't likely give you everything you need, we are committed to giving you the support we can in your new practice. TYLA, the public service arm of the State Bar of Texas, assists the State Bar in facilitating the administration of justice, fostering respect for the rule of law, and most prominently, advancing the role of lawyers in serving the public. As a newly licensed member of the State Bar of Texas, you are automatically a member in the Texas Young Lawyers Association. There's no extra fee, there's no additional hoops to jump through. You are part of us. And more importantly, a big part of why TYLA exists is to help you in your practice. With over 110 different resources, projects available from TYLA, I don't have the time to discuss everything that could be helpful to you. But I want to make sure that I mention at least a couple today. First, TYLA's checklist for first-year attorneys. Yes, it's as simple as that. A one-sheet piece of paper that has all the information you need regarding that first year. It includes information with QR codes for your mandatory requirements, along with some helpful information and recommendations of items to review. It's a great place to start. It also includes our social media handles, so you can stay up to date on all the projects and events and the things that TYLA is doing around the state. Second, TYLA podcasts. TYLA has put together several different series of podcasts to help you in your practice. My current favorite is Practice Areas 101, where we answer the question all attorneys get asked, what type of law do you practice? Right now, we're actually working on another series discussing civility and the Texas Lawyer's Creed. It's a great resource for you to check out. And third, the wellness website. I want you to be lawyers that thrive in your practice. So please listen to me when I say your well-being matters. TYLA has put together a website with a collection of personal stories and helpful tips for navigating your mental health and overall well-being. There is always help available if you need it. So handouts for these projects will be available to you at our table in the foyer after the ceremony. So please come say hello, introduce yourself, and pick up a couple. Again, there's a lot more TYLA projects out there to help. So if you really want to be in the know, look us up online, www.tyla.org, and follow us on social media. And please, please, let us know if there's anything we can do to help. With that, I know I don't have cannons or a 21-gun salute or the epic guitar riffs of AC/DC behind me, but I promise my sentiment for you today is just the same, albeit a little less epic. Your oath today is an anthem for honor and justice across this state. The law cannot stand without your commitment to uphold it. And just in case the joy, the excitement, all of the feelings you're having right now fades over the next few months or years, please remember, you rock. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Pratt, and thanks to the Texas Young Lawyers Association for its service to the bar and to the public. It is customary for the person who made the highest score on the bar examination to respond for your class. But before I introduce him, I will recognize the two persons who received the third and second highest scores. The third highest score was Catherine Butho, a 2023 graduate of the University of Texas School of Law. Ms. Butho? The second highest score was received by Daniel Cowan, a 2023 graduate of the University of Michigan Law School. Mr. Cowan. And the highest score was posted by a 2023 graduate of the University of Texas School of Law, Ethan Head. Mr. Head, you may respond for your class. Please join me in congratulating.
Mr. Chief Justice, Madam Presiding, may it please the courts. Quick disclaimer, I am not a litigator, and you are about to see why. I just want to start by recognizing that there are people in attendance here today, as well as across the state, that are far more deserving of recognition than I am. Unlike many people, I didn't have to balance working with studying. I didn't have to juggle studying with raising children or taking care of a loved one. My path to the bar exam was free of the obstacles that many people have to navigate. So I would just like to take a second and ask that the audience recognize all of the people here who worked so hard to get to where they are today. Balancing the bar with all of those responsibilities is far more impressive than anything I've done, and it's far more deserving of celebration. Since I feel like I'm supposed to say something meaningful, I want to invite all of us who are about to be sworn in to take a second and think about the people that helped us get where we are today. I'm fortunate enough that my family is here with my wife, my sister, and I couldn't have done it without them. I know the same is true for many of you. And I would further challenge all of us to reach out to those people and thank them when we leave here today, and to also make ourselves available as a resource for people who seek to enter the profession in the future. With all that said, and to minimize the amount of time that I have to engage in public speaking, I would like to say congratulations, and while I have a captive audience, I would also like to say hook 'em.
We have come at last to the moment for which you have been waiting. The Board of Law Examiners will present to the court a list of the successful examinees.
May it please the court, Alfred McKenzie, on behalf of the Board of Law Examiners. Mr. Chief Justice, Madam Presiding Judge, and members of the courts. As of this date, the persons whose names are on the list I am presenting have successfully passed the July 2023 Texas Bar Examination or have otherwise satisfied the examination requirement and have completed all other requirements for licensing in the rules governing admission to the Bar of Texas. My approach to the bench.
Please. It is now my privilege to administer to you the lawyer's oath. The first part of the oath is very old and has been taken by every lawyer in Texas. With it, you swear to do three things: to support the United States and Texas constitutions, to honestly demean yourselves in the practice of the law, and to discharge your duties to your clients to the best of your abilities in your profession. In 2015, the 84th legislature added a fourth part to the oath, that you will conduct yourselves that you will conduct yourselves with integrity and civility in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties. While this has always been a lawyer's responsibility, the words have been added to solemnize the Texas lawyer's dedication to these ideals affirmed in the Texas Lawyer's Creed. I charge you to recall in all your practice the words of the oath you take today. You should repeat them after me, stating your name where I state mine. You may choose to substitute the word affirm for swear and to omit the last line. Please stand. I, Nathan Heck, do solemnly swear that I will support the constitutions of the United States and of this state, that I will honestly demean myself in the practice of the law, that I will discharge my duties to my clients to the best of my ability, and that I will conduct myself with integrity and civility in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties. So help me God. Congratulations. Congratulations to each of you, and we are proud to welcome you into the profession. The State Bar will provide refreshments for you, your family, and friends immediately following these ceremonies on level 3, the next level up. Information booths have been set up by the State Bar to explain the many services available to you, some of which you have heard about today. From this day forward, you are the voice and the instrument for the rule of law. Whether you are prosecuting or defending an individual charged with transgressions against society, representing a party in a civil dispute, drafting a contract, a deed, or a will, or giving other legal counsel to a client, everything you do contributes to a republic in which the rights to life, liberty, and property have displaced reliance on class, heredity, wealth, and might. You therefore have a special responsibility, not only to those you represent, but to our profession and to this great experiment in democracy. I hope your practice will be meaningful and that, in the words of the great Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, you will live greatly in the law. Congratulations again on this milestone, and thanks to everyone for joining us on this happy day. The clerk will adjourn the courts.
All rise. Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas, now stand adjourned. Congratulations. Let the celebration begin.